Today, I'm going to show you guys 10 or more outfit hacks, tips, and tricks that pro players use to win games and dress to impress. These tricks are really going to help you glow up and absolutely slay that runway in DTI every single time. So if you're excited to glow up your gameplay and dress to impress, then keep on watching. This first tip is probably the most important thing that'll immediately take you from a new model to a top model. Don't use any of these smelly Leah Ash items, unless the theme's like homewrecker or whatever, but that's none of my business. I mean, if you want to be smelly, stinky, and a little bit of a loser, go ahead, use the Leah Ash items. But the cool kids all use the Megan Play boots, because we're hashtag Team Megan in this household, baby. Anyways, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me show you some super cute outfit hacks. This first outfit hack is one that I honestly use all the freaking time. I think it looks so sickening, and honestly, not enough people know about it. So you're gonna walk over here and equip this beautiful corset right here. You can color it, honestly, whatever colors that you want. I'm gonna keep with like this soft pink theme. So that's just the color scheme that I'm gonna go with. Now we're gonna go over here and equip this beautiful corset as well. This top bit, I'm gonna go ahead and color to match the corset. And if you really want to match, you can set it to lace, but if you don't have the materials plus Game Pass, it's okay, you don't have to. You can also set it to like any of the other free materials as well, but I think lace just kind of looks the best. You're also going to want to come over here and just copy your skin tone. And then for the second toggle, you're actually going to color it your skin tone. We're going to make this matte as well, so it blends in really good. And then you can just, you know, color everything else normally how you would. This outfit hack is so gorgeous. It gives you this beautiful looking top. There's also a lot of really cool ways you can dress this up and make it look even cuter using some of the new items. One of my absolute favorite ways to do that right now is to use this fringe and flouncy top. You can set it to only the under top if you want to give this some cute straps, but also just using it like default is so freaking beautiful. Don't you guys think this is so stunning? It is one of my absolute favorite outfit hacks that I've come up with, and I think it looks so insanely good. And trust me, there is way more where that came from. Another really cool outfit hack that I love to use actually has to do with like a mini skirt. I don't actually remember who came up with this. I just saw somebody use this in a round, but I'm pretty sure I've also seen this on TikTok somewhere. So if you guys know the original creator to this mini skirt hack, please let me know in the comments. Essentially, you're gonna start off with these romantic fringe pants. And if you didn't know, they actually have an only belt toggle that looks kind of like this. Now I'm gonna set it to a similar like pinky color. Maybe we'll do like pink and white. And then you can go ahead and grab any cute bottom that you really like. Personally, I really like to pair it with these summer sun shorts because I just think it looks super gorgeous. You can also use a swimsuit bottom if you like, but I feel like it's a little too scandalous for me. I'm not really a big fan of that. This turns it into this super cute mini skirt, and it's not too crazy or anything. It's really mini though. I still think it's so cute, especially if you start adding some like waist chains or like jewelry to this. Imagine you added like a really gorgeous waist chain like this. And then I don't know, you can even add this super beautiful belt. Like that just looks so good to me. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm a little obsessed with this hack and I've been using it way too much. So let me know what you think. Another really cool way to make this hack look even cooler is by equipping this new corset rework. If you just set it to the train toggle, you can do this really cute mini skirt moment that I also think is so coquette and so pretty. This next outfit hack is a really cool way to jazz up your outfits with just some extra details. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on like a random corset, maybe something like this, just so I can show you guys what I mean. Now, obviously this top is so pretty, but I want to jazz it up. And one of my favorite ways to do that is by going into the currency collection and grabbing this withered rose necklace. Now this may look like a necklace, but there are some really cool ways to actually incorporate it into your top. I'm just gonna really quickly color this to match so that I can show you guys what I mean. If you go in and item adjust it by just making it bigger and then move it down, you can see that this makes for a really pretty top detail. I really like rotating this a little and then kind of trying to like move it into my tops to add some detail. For example, you can do something like this to just make a really cool corset moment, but you can also kind of just move it in a little bit more, kind of like this, to just add some really interesting detail to your tops. I don't know, I think this is just a super fun one. I use this a lot, to be honest. One of my favorite ways to use this is with shorter tops, maybe like something like this one. We'll do the only top toggle for this and kind of color it to match everything so I can show you guys what I mean. Now we're gonna grab this and see how that just makes a really cool top. You can obviously like rotate this more and like fine tune it a bit, but that I just love using this to add some extra detail. A lot of the times when I use this, people think that I'm using a secret top or like a new item, but it's not. It's just a necklace. It's a really cool one though, so definitely try this and let me know what you think. This next outfit hack is one of my favorite jeans combos to literally ever exist. Look at how pretty this looks. This hack is super easy to achieve, but it does unfortunately require VIPs. If you don't have VIP, you can't actually do this one. But if you head over here and equip these jeans, these are my favorite jeans on the planet. They are so gorgeous. I honestly don't know why people don't use these more. They are amazing. And one of my favorite things to do with these is to go ahead and turn the lace into like a different color. I love to do pink. Now we're gonna walk over here and equip these pants. And I'm gonna try my best to match these colors. It's honestly a little bit difficult to get it exactly the same, but just do your best. You might have to darken it a little bit. You don't even have to honestly change the color of the second toggle of this to something more interesting. You can just make it a darker color to have the denim look. Or if you want to be a little bit more spicy, you can make it a pink or some other color for some extra detail. I'm just gonna go with a darker blue color though, because I think this looks gorgeous. And then you can add some sort of a belt onto this as well. My favorite one to add recently has been these Katsai Manon shorts. I use these in a lot of my combos recently, to be honest. I know I low-key probably overuse them a little bit, but I don't care. They are so freaking gorgeous. And I just love the details that these bring. Like, come on now. You cannot tell me that's not one of the prettiest pants combo you've ever seen. Another way to really jazz this up is by adding these beautiful like Harajuku shoes, because they add some more like ribbons and details throughout basically that I really like. Just a super, super pretty combo that I definitely think you should be using more. You can see I've used this exact combo in so many different outfits. I've used it in this one, of course. So definitely like give it a try. It's really pretty. This next outfit hack is a great way to add a lot of texture to your ethereal outfits. So you can see here I have a super cool ethereal outfit. It's kind of giving like Medusa vibes, but I want to add a little bit more detail to this. First thing I'm gonna do is just copy my skin tone, and that's pretty much all you're gonna need. Now this is super easy to do, and there are a few different items you can actually use to do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I mean. So we're gonna grab these cyber bodysuit bottoms, and what I'm gonna do is try and color them a similar color to my skin tone. You can see it just adds a little bit of texture and detail where previously it was just the legs. I don't know, I think this looks really cool. You can also do this with the top, for example. We'll just do it with this cyber bodysuit, and you can see it just makes everything look a lot more detailed. For example, if we're looking at just the legs, this is what it looks like with the outfit hack, and this is what it looks like without the outfit hack. You can see it just adds a little bit more detail and texture to the look, which is something that I really like to do for my ethereal outfits. I'm not the biggest fan of over layering on ethereal looks or any looks, to be honest, but I do like simple things that make my outfits look a little more complicated than they actually are, and that is one of my favorite ones. So try it out, let me know what you think. One of my other favorite hacks is a bodysuit texture, something like this. And honestly, a lot of people don't know how to do this, even though it's kind of an older technique, to be honest. It's not really that complicated, so let me show you how to achieve this. So all you really need to do to achieve this look is equip two items, basically. The first one is going to be these pants right here, and we're gonna set these to type 3, and we're gonna color them our skin tone. I am gonna make them silky just because I like the way that that looks, but you don't have to do this. The next thing that you're gonna need is to equip this top from VIP. I'm sure there are non-VIP alternatives to this as well, but I honestly do think it looks the best with the VIP item. Now this may look a little crazy right now, but the magic happens when you actually layer on top of this. So for example, if I wanted to put this top on, you can see it's kind of giving more of like a bodysuit now, which I just think looks so cool. I'm also gonna equip the pedal corset if I can find it. Here we go. And you can just see that looks so cool. Obviously, if you want to like cover up the arms a little bit, you can definitely do that. But essentially you're just adding a bunch of detail, and eventually you're gonna end up with something like this. The exact items that I used to actually get this look are the rose corset, this one right here, the steampunk corset, the monster corset, and then also this corset and the Brazilian top. So definitely try this out. It's super, super easy to do. In case you don't have the VIP items though, there is a non-VIP alternative for this hack as well, and it only uses one item. So in case you don't have like this one, for example, and you want a way to make your top look more interesting, you can actually just go with this Brazilian top. And what you're gonna do is set this first toggle to be colored like your skin tone, and then just like make it matte or something. That is gonna give you honestly a pretty similar effect. It's not exactly the same. You're obviously gonna have to cover it up a little bit differently, like this part, for example. The annoying thing about this version of the hack is the fact that finding something to cover cover the top is a little bit more difficult because it goes out pretty far. I think an easy way you can do this though is by using one of the other hacks that I showed you in this video. Like for example, grab this like withered rose necklace situation, and then you can kind of like manually item adjust it into place, I guess, to like hide that texture. Once again, this is not my favorite way to do this hack because it's a little bit more tricky, but you can make it work like this. I still think it looks pretty good. I don't know, let me know in the comments, do you prefer the VIP version or the non-VIP version? The next hack is actually more of a makeup tip that a lot of pro players like to use, and I use this in almost every single one of my makeup faces, so I really want to show you guys. I'm just gonna delete this makeup face so that I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. We'll just keep the lashes, I guess. So what I see a lot of newer models do, or especially people who are newer to custom makeup, is they just kind of go in and equip a bunch of different items. So they'll maybe do, I don't know, something like this, and then just like grab a pair of lips, I guess, and then just like plop on a nose and think, cool, we're good to go. Now the problem with a face like this is not that it necessarily looks bad, but it has literally no depth at all. She looks so freaking flat. The best and easiest way to really quickly change this is by adding some of these shading details. Now some of these may end up making you feel a little bit more warm, so just take time and mess with the ones that really give you the look that you're going for. I really like this one for a more grungy face right here, and you can also mess with the opacity to really get the exact effect that you're going for. And my biggest tip for you is not to be afraid of using the masculine details as well, because some of them are so good. This one, for example, is really pretty. I love this one as well, and this one too. They're just such a cool way of adding a lot of detail to your actual makeup face that I think just looks so good and is so underrated. Now, if you want to take this even one step further, my favorite thing to do is to go to the feminine skin tab, and I love using number 386 and number 213. As soon as you put these on, you're going to notice that, oh my gosh, this is adding so much detail to your makeup face. This is what it looks like without, and this is what it looks like with. It's a subtle detail, it adds a lot of highlight, but I think it looks really fantastic. There's another makeup detail that I also use in pretty much all of my makeup faces nowadays, and it's this one right here, 501. This one just gives you these super beautiful, like dark under eyes. And I really like that you can adjust the opacity of this, so you can kind of mess with how dark they actually are. The last makeup accessory that I use in pretty much every single one of my makeup faces is a cute little bit of an inner corner highlight. This one right here, 376, is such a game changer. It just adds another extra layer of dimension to your look. You can change the color of this to make it more subtle, or you can just adjust the opacity of it. But look at how much better the makeup face is looking. Bonus points if you just go in here and add a little bit of blush. I love blush, so I'm definitely a fan of adding a super like beautiful pinky blush to everything. And just look at how much better this makeup face looks from where we began. Also, if you really want to up your makeup game a little bit more, start by actually coloring the lashes. Black lashes look really beautiful, do not get me wrong, but imagine if the lashes were like a slightly lighter brown color. Look at how much more cohesive that looks. You can also mess with different colors. Like I sometimes love to do a beautiful like pink lash. There really are just so many options, so definitely play with it to see what fits your style, but I love something like this. Now I'm gonna remove my lashes for a second because I want to show you guys a really cool way to use eyes that you otherwise might not actually like the look of. There's a lot of eyes in the game that I love the look of the eyes, but I hate the look of the eyeshadow and like the makeup around it. And there's honestly a really easy fix for that. Say for example, you love these super sunken in eyes and you really want to use them, but you don't like the makeup that's going on around them. So if you go to the next toggle, you can just straight up drag the opacity down and turn it off. Same thing with the eyeliner, for example. I don't really like the eyeliner here, so I'm just literally gonna turn it off completely. And now I have eyes that I actually really like the look of. They're super grungy and cool, but I don't have the makeup around it that I really disliked from before. This can really open up your options a lot, especially for eyes with really dramatic makeup, like say this one, or even some of my favorites like 224 and 221 and even 225. Honestly, a lot of these eyes can benefit from just having the shading turned off, so definitely experiment with it and see what you like the most. But I honestly love this makeup face and I think I'm gonna save it. It just looks really good. The next tip I have for you actually has to do with hair combos and specifically how to make them look more interesting. A lot of people ask me how I come up with hair combos like this one, or you know, even something like this. And really, a lot of it just has to do with the details that I actually actually put into the hair. You can make any hair in the game look good, okay? Trust me. I'm gonna take a hair that I really dislike and we're gonna try and upgrade it to make it look good so that I can really show you guys what I'm talking about. Say for example, you're using this hairstyle, right? And it's super pretty, but you take the bangs off and suddenly you're left with this. First thing I'm gonna do is just find a color that I like. I think I'm just gonna go something like this. But now we need to figure out how to jazz up this look a little bit. One of my favorite tricks to help out with making your hair combos look better is by using this updo right here and just toggling this to only bangs. This just immediately adds a little bit of detail and some edges to the look, which I think ends up making the hairstyle look a lot better. Now this is not looking too bad, but the hairline is super chopped. And another hairstyle that I use in almost every single hair combo is actually this one right here, specifically without the flower or the braids, because this can help you fix literally any chopped hairline in the freaking game. Look at how much better this hairline looks already. I'm just gonna scale these pigtails down a little bit so that you can see what I mean. But now you're left with a beautiful hairline that looks so much better than the original. Say, of course, you want to add even more detail to this. There's a couple of really fun ways to do that. Something that I honestly overuse in my hair combos is this hair right here, specifically the bangs. If I just toggle it to the bangs 3 toggle, this is one of my absolute favorite things on the planet. You just have to item adjust it a little to make it work. But just look at how stunning that is. It adds a little bit of detail without being too much. And what I really like about this too is that you can honestly make it even smaller and more subtle. Even something like this, and it still looks so good. If you're not feeling the little micro bang though, another one that I love is to add this updo right here. Set this to the only bangs toggle, and then you're gonna rotate these bangs so that they're almost sitting like in front of the face a little bit. Just another super cool way to elevate your hair combos by just adding a couple of extra strands. I think this looks so good. The last thing that I would do to make this more interesting is just add some more detail to the actual buns. And there's a lot of really cool ways to actually do that. But I think my favorite one overall is by using another bun and just using it as extra texture. For example, we can just use this one. We'll just kind of rotate it and turn it around. And like, there you go. You've added more detail to your buns very easily. And there's actually another one that I really like, which is this one right here. I use this so much. And honestly, just turn both of these to 75 and then move this back a little and bam, you have a little bit more detail. And that's a super easy way for you to jazz up any of your hair combos. And trust me, this works with majority of them. Even if I'm not using these little space buns and I want to use this exact same base, I can even apply it to something like this, for example. It just looks way cooler with a little bit of a base. Even these braids right here look so much better with this same exact frontal base. This is another hairstyle that I love to give a little bit of a base to. This is the Manon hairstyle. It makes for a perfect half up, half down by just removing some of the braided texture. In case you want to use this as a ponytail instead of braids, I think this is a really cool way to do that. Basically, moral of the story is mess with your bang details and a lot of your little mini toggles in the hairs to just make a really interesting hairline. It can really help you end up with some really cool hairs like this one. And you can see that I even have some of my bases saved, so this is like a cool bang base that I really like. So try it out, let me know what you think. Anyways, you guys, that is everything that I have for you in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this more like chit-chatty video. This was definitely more of a chill one for me to record. I just wanted to sit down and show you guys some of my favorite outfit hacks and a bunch of things that I like to do to update my outfits. Let me know if you found any of these useful in the comments down below, and if you do use them, tag me. I would love to see your creations using these hacks. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, that way you never miss a single video from me. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, models!